A new season of anime is here, and as always, the question arises, which anime should I watch? If you're looking for an answer to that question, then you've come to the wrong place because that's someone else's platform. Most people already know what they're watching by this point, and I just want to make fun of everything. That said, I will at least order this from worst to best. Anyways, welcome to Labra Stories. There are 28 new non-sequel anime coming out this spring. Nope, this music just has to go. Let's try this track. No. No. Next. No. Okay, definitely not. No. Oh, this is pretty good. This is Spring Anime 2022 Rapid Review. CGI! Sorry, old habit. E-Stop Life has, I assume the best justification for having everything in CGI was to make it cheaper for background elements to move around, but these two girls are just frozen in the middle of their conversation. In any case, it gives a great demonstration of what too much gacha does to you. Did you want an apocalypse? Apocalypse these nuts! That joke didn't make any sense, but I'm talking about Blackrock Shooter Dawnfall. Nothing makes any sense. I mean, we've got the de-evolution of Miku fighting Ken from Barbie with the powers of confusing choreography and just bad character development. The only way this could have been redeemed was for someone to say, now this is pod racing. But at least this girl held up a grenade, so that counts for something, I guess. Okay, hear me out. What if Jesus was a magical girl that healed people by singing? Well, that's pretty much exactly what Healer Girl is. Not sure where this show is going, but we know it's not anywhere dark. I mean, a magical girl series would never do that. The greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody, only to realize that he's cringe. What can I say? The title does the job for me. I'm quitting Hero Ring stars a not Kirito TM protagonist who justifies his megalomania by pointing out how stupid everyone else is because they can't do anything as well as he can. Gunjo no Fanfare follows a top idol who discovers Uma Musume, and so he quits his lucrative celebrity life to become a jockey. Alongside a stampede of CGI horses, he meets his racing companions who either hate his guts or want his money. Not that they'll actually ever do anything about that. Love All Play is a sports anime that lacks hype and has a plot that's just too convenient for me to feel like I should actually care about the characters. The Dawn of the Witch is the long-awaited sequel to the Grimoire of Zero, featuring Exposition, the quote-unquote weakest student in the world, Exposition, and an exhibitionist. RPG Fudolsen introduces its audience to the fact that it takes place in a fantasy world by having a character singing on public transport and nobody getting annoyed. The show features a cast of single-dimension characters while simultaneously trying to pretend it can pull off a plot twist, but really the most glaring issue here is the character designs. I mean, look at this hat, it needs to be at least 3 times bigger. Here's a physics question. Given the angle of the train tracks and the angular velocity of this rake, how broken is her arm? More seriously, what if there's a golf anime about a hired mercenary? This anime just tries to do too many things at once without focusing on the whole golfing element of the show, in turn leading to everything else feeling about half as good as it should have been. Tomodachi Game features 5 friends playing games designed to sow distrust among the group while also assuming that they won't ever distrust the system that is telling them how these games work. In any case, my money is already on the table that this guy did it. Trapped in a dating sim, the world of titles that are far too long makes sure that no comparisons will be drawn to a certain other series by making sure it does the exact opposite of certain other series, featuring a male protagonist that hates the world that he gets reborn into after hitting his head really hard. Despite that, he uses his knowledge of the world to become overpowered so he can get revenge on the world where gender roles are reversed. In the Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki honestly isn't that bad. It really went all in with the world building of creating a ninja village with no men. The character dynamics are enjoyable and the animation is fine. Now the show just has to come up with more than 3 jokes. Don't Hurt Me My Healer is funny in a absolutely stupid way. It knows it's not serious and I just appreciate the fact that it doesn't try to be what it isn't. A Couple of Cuckoos hasn't come out yet and is therefore the definition of mid. Skeleton in Another World stars Oh Hi Twitter. Anyways, this new and original fantasy series stars a skeleton that just wants to live a simple life, but bone is a dense material that naturally attracts maidens. How long will it take him to acquire his own harem? Oh, that was fast. Become a real heroine, the unpopular girl in the... wait. Okay, just had to make sure this wasn't Saikono. I mean, I think heroines from the show would have been a fine name, it's right there in the opening after all. In any case, Suzumi moves to Tokyo only to find out that she happens to be in the same class as 2 male idols who inevitably took over her reality. In general, a lot of things are a bit awkward, but not too intolerable to disturb the enjoyability. Miss Kobayashi's Poltergeist, I mean Miss Sachiko and the Little Baby Ghost, is a chill Senko-san-esque show that made me laugh at something other than just being completely idiotic. There comes a time when you look at a character, and instantly you know. This is the best girl. Love After World Domination is a rom-com parody of insert color-coded hero figures. I mean, this is great, but I like this. That being said, this anime sure has some weird camera angles. Oh, Ashi does what every other sports anime in this video so far thinks it's doing, and it does it pretty well despite feeling somewhat formulaic at times. Daemon is a slice of life, so it's instantly a 10 out of 10. Summertime Render is literally Higurashi on crack, because this time everyone has a twin and they all want each other dead. Or at least I think that's what it is, I could only find it in French. Screw you, Disney+. Stories here. Daemon is about a guy and a girl learning to be responsible in a series that has already foreshadowed the plot twist. The ratings depend on how well it pulls that off, but until then it is still solid. The executioner and her way of life follows Menno, a just, pure, and strong princess who has never done anything morally questionable in her life. I mean, she works for the church, and we all know the church has never done anything wrong in an anime. In Pari Picome, Honmin gets reborn in modern-day Tokyo. Hijinks ensue as he falls in love with music. Dance Dance Danseur is about ballet, and you know when anime is really good when it's about something you haven't thought about for more than a second and it still doesn't bore you to death. I mean, CGI sure has come a long way since a couple of minutes ago, apparently. The show also has the best OP, which has nothing to do with how much I like songs by Yuki. I know this list is just my personal opinion, but I can't shake the feeling that I'll upset someone with the way this ends up. I mean, I can't just do all the reviews at the same time, right? Or can I? Spy Oregano Family is bringing back the age-old— Nope, can't do it. Spy Oregano Family is bringing back the age-old question of how the X is supposed to be pronounced. Through the tribulation of extensively exploring how people are supposed to communicate, I believe this philosophical dilemma will finally be resolved with enough time, something I believe we will have plenty of this spring. Aharen-san stars Matsumoto Rise from Yuru Yuri in a fantastic comedy that can make me laugh just because it's so cute. Shikimori isn't just a cutie, she's a pink-haired heroine who's obsessed and overprotective of the protagonist. Wait, that's just,